guys, we're here. It's 8 o'clock on Saturday the 1st of November. We're going to do Woolacombe Parkrun, which is the second hardest in the country. I've forgotten my top, so I'm going to have to go topless. That's embarrassing. But yeah, we're up for a good time. Morning.
So there we are, after a very long journey down from the West Midlands the night before in a lovely stay in a travel lodge. We end up in Woolacombe and we're greeted with these marvellous views of the sea and the bay. We're absolutely drenched by a torrential shower as we're warming up, which involved me also, interestingly, flying down the dune without using my feet. That was a strange warm-up, but we familiarised ourselves with the course and we posed for the obligatory photo by the gates, and then we were ready for the first timers briefing.
I'm really pleased to welcome you here on this hopefully dry and lovely windy day. How many first-time parkrunners have we got with us today? Just see at the back, a few hands up, let's give them a little bit of round of applause. Well done.
And this is the first one you're doing.
I suspect a lot of you are first-timers visiting the area, so welcome to you. Oh, hello, we're still going. So I'll just talk you through the route now. We start on my right, just through the gate here, head down a stony track. There's a number of potholes and puddles. I don't know how deep the holes that those puddles are in, so maybe don't go jumping all the way into them. But that's a stony track for about 500 yards or so along, and at a marshal point along here, you take a right turn back on yourself down a relatively steep slope. You'll still be amongst the pack at that point. It doesn't tend to spread out yet. So down that hill with a sharp left at the bottom. Just be careful on that hill and that sharp left, because it's a little bit stony, it's a little bit slippy. You take a left at the bottom of that slope into the dunes. That's where everything starts to get quite sandy under your feet, and that's where you will start to spread out quite a bit. Through the dunes and then down onto the beach. A steep, lovely sandy drop down onto the beach. At that point, you're about a mile or so into the run when you actually step foot on the main flat beach down the bottom. So onto that beach, you turn right and you run all the way back for a mile down the beach towards the rocks. You'll see the rocks in the distance. They look a long way off and they stay a long way off for some time. It's about a mile that you're along the beach until the rocks, and that is the point, ladies and gents, that you arrive at the infamous Dune of Doom. So you see the rocks, you arrive at the rocks, you're at the bottom of the dune. You could try and run up that dune. Please do try and run up the dune. You'll give up maybe about 20 yards or so into the dune. If anyone runs all the way up that dune, they are probably not human. Do not trust them from that point onwards. Up the dune, and that's really where the run starts. So at the top of the dune, you've got another mile to go, and that's in the amongst the dunes, amongst the grassy dunes. It's a little bit up all the way to the end, actually, if I'm honest, at that point. It's a slow, gradual slope, and then you drop down. Oh, I don't know, I'm back again. You drop down in the valley, and maybe just less than half a mile before the finish, you arrive at that steep slope that you ran down. That is the slope of hope. And I hope you do enjoy it. It is literally at that point uphill all the way through to the finish. And this lovely start, this rocky start, which just feels beautiful when you set off, is actually downhill when you set off, which means when you come back it's not. All the way through and back up the rocky finish. Do your best for a sprint finish as you come through to the finish funnel. You'll be given a token at the end. Please don't take that token home. Come and scan your time. The scanners will be lined up just here, ready for you. Make sure you leave our token with us, please. A couple of other notices. You may see horses on the beach, horses amongst the dunes. If you do, please all pass them relatively slowly on the same side. The cows are out and amongst the dune. They are very placid. Give them a smile, give them a hello as you run on by them. They are very lovely and friendly, but they won't approach you. And I think that is everything for our first timers briefing. So if you'd like to make your way along to the start, there'll be a race along the start line.
That's Davy. Where is he? Oh, he's at the front. All the best, Davy.
Right, have a good one.
Yes, just wave.
Where's the finish now? The finish is there at the side.
Yeah.
This is just up here on the back.
Hey, have a good one.
So there we go. We were off down a very gentle slope, which probably gave a false impression of what the rest of the course might have been like. It was full of puddles, not too sure how deep they were, so it had to be avoided. Yeah, so there's me, Mark, Adrian, Derek, and Chris, three mates from Life Central Church in Hales Owen,
Yes, sir.
and we have been talking about this for a long, long time.
You
So a
put your
big shout
pump
out
down.
to all our running
No, it's
mates
alright.
from Life Central. You know, I want to give you a mention, and I also want to mention all our friends from Dudley Parkrun, which is our local
There's
parkrun,
Adrian taking the lead.
and we're thinking of you there too. We're also thinking about how great Parkrun is. Fantastic event, free for anyone to join in, and probably has a big impact on improving the health of the nation. And it can't like happen these things without the amazing volunteers, and we want to really thank those. And also like sponsorship. New companies have come in like I Believe, Pain Relief Gel. Want to give a big shout out to them. We can guarantee, like after Woolacombe, you will not get better. So, big shout out to everyone who makes Parkrun happen.
Thanks, Marshall.
Thank you.
At this stage of the run, I got a strange vision of the boy band Hanson. Remember that 1990s boy band from America? And that song, bop, bum, bum, bop, boo, bop, 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 bop. I have no idea how I got that song in my head, but I just thought, well, maybe if I sing that in my head, I'll get a decent pace for the next mile. So that's what I did for this section. And after a very steep drop onto the beach, we find ourselves on the flat beach, which was absolutely awesome. The waves crashing, the wind blowing, just the openness of it all. Yeah, just got to be there. I can't describe it. So this stretch of the beach is about a mile long, and interestingly enough, you think the sand will be all the same, but actually, you can go 10 meters and it's quite hard, but then another 10 meters and it's quite soft underfoot. So that was quite deceiving. But again, you can just see the line of people and the footprints, and we just tried to follow in their tracks to make it a bit easier and to get the line right.
Yeah. Come on, you. Yeah, you do. Yeah, definitely. She's not so good. So yeah. There's lots of head over. Thanks, bye. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Marshall.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to walk it as per the agreement.
Okay, so this
Okay,
is
any
the
other day I would have
infamous
been running it,
Dune
but
of
because it's a bit
Doom,
windy, I'm going to
and
walk.
as you might have heard on the video there, we made a
Power
strategic
hiking.
decision long before the race started. Sorry, the run started. Oops, that we would be walking this section of
Oh my
of
life.
the course for obvious reasons. So that's what we did.
Yeah, I think this is a good tactic to walk it. The view behind us. Yeah. Thanks, Marshall. Yes. That was quite easy.
Okay, the reality of the situation was actually I felt my quads were on fire and my lungs were on fire. Yes, that was how I actually felt.
Marshall.
Now I thought I'd try and overtake Chris at this point and do a little burst and catch up with Richard Gere, who was in the foreground, as you can see there. I thought I could possibly catch him, but I nearly took a tumble. But not only does Chris come back to overtake me at this point, also a lady from Ilfracombe Running Club comes and overtakes me. That was very surprising. I didn't see anyone coming behind me at that point, and I was obviously trying to catch up with Richard Gere ahead. That was my intention, to try and get to him by the end of the race.
There's no hope in this slope.
The slope where you start to question your life choices.
This was the right thing, wasn't it? This one?
We didn't come up here, did we? On the pre-course check, did we? Thanks very much.
Well done.
Brilliant, thank you.
We were all really pleased to get times of under 30 minutes for this particular run, with David getting an impressive 26, coming in at 29.18, Chris at 29.20, and Adrian at 29.33. It was a fantastic day, and we thoroughly enjoyed all the laughs and friendship we had together. And a big thank you to all the volunteers that made the event so special.